we're going to go ahead and season some of these beef ribs. And that's right, I'm using mustard again. Mustard, all it does is help the seasoning stick to the meat and allow the meat to draw in that seasoning so it gets deep into that meat, tenderizing and adding flavor. So the mustard does not add any flavor or doesn't take away anything at all. The first one, I'm hitting it with some 5 salt and 5 pepper seasoning. And the second one, I'm hitting it with some barbecue smoke seasoning that is absolutely delicious. Smoked it at 250 all the way. Let's get some seasoning on this brisket. First, I'm going to use some regular mustard, squirt it all around, and then I'm going to rub it smooth everywhere. And what I'm doing is just getting it on as a binder, and that's going to help the seasoning stick to it, absorb into the meat, and form a nice crust. And when you do use a seasoning, make sure you use something that's heavily concentrated around salt and pepper. That's really all you need for a brisket. And what that's going to do is tenderize the meat and help form a bark and get maximum flavor out of it. You want to cover every single inch of it and then pat it in. Parmesan bone marrow butter with Pit Boss grills on the Lockhart pellet smoker. First, I'm going to go ahead and hit that tomahawk up with some avocado oil, put that sweet heat rub on there, absolutely amazing. I'm going to put it in the top chamber at 250 and let it go until 110. Right there, I'm making my Parmesan butter, and you're going to let that sit in room temperature for a while, and then you're going to put on those bone marrows. That's only going to take about 15 minutes. You're going to put a little bit of that butter on top of that and let that all work together there, and then it's going to be ready before you take that tomahawk out for searing. So what you want to do is take that bone marrow, put it into the butter, pour that juice in there as well, mix it together, pull that tomahawk, get that below chamber ready at 500 degrees for searing, sear 1 to 2 minutes each side, pull it during resting, pour that delicious butter on there, cut the bone, remove the fat cap, which is my favorite part, and let's go. Absolutely. Let's make a breakfast sandwich. First, you're gonna get that bacon cut in half, and you'll see why later. You're gonna fry that up in the skillet, nice and crispy, and then you're gonna set it to the side, let it drain, get that grease off there, and then you're gonna get the pancake batter, make it whatever size you want, just put a little bit down, and then you're gonna grab a couple strips, lay it right there in the center with some more pancake batter, and then here's the good part, you're gonna put some maple syrup on there, so it's gonna be infused in there. Flip it, and then pull it when it's ready. Top of a mason jar, set that down. 2 eggs, put the lid on, let that steam, get that finished, and build your sandwich. A little bit of cheese, the egg, and then the bacon infused pancake. That's how I love to get down, and I hope you all enjoy it and try it. And if you have any more other ideas, comment it and let me know. Let's spatchcock a whole bird. First, you're going to go up the backbone right there. It's called the parson's nose. Separate it, remove it, flip it over, press down, break its bones, and lay it out flat. That's Dijon mustard, soy sauce, chili sriracha sauce, salt, garlic, white wine, pepper, and an herb blend that I made up there. And you're going to put it on there, coat it very well, under the skin even, flip it, get the backside, and you're going to let it marinate for a couple hours. Set the smoker at 375, place it on there. I put that bin underneath there to catch all the juices and make sure it don't go down and cause like a fire. But when you hit about 145, you're going to sauce the bird. And then you're going to let it go for about another 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then you're going to sauce it one more time for a final glaze. Pull it at 170. You're going to split the breast right down the middle, and then you're going to split the breast and the thigh, and that is the best hanger steak you will ever have. That's salt, pepper, and garlic. Season generously, pat in. You're going to get that skillet nice and hot, 2 tablespoons of butter, let it melt down. Go ahead and put those steaks in. Once you get those steaks in, crush the garlic, split the shallot, and place them in there with the thyme. You're going to let it sear for 4.5 minutes. Go ahead and flip it, and you're going to let it put another tablespoon of butter in there, and then you're going to let it sear for another 2 minutes. All right, and then you're going to turn that heat down, and you're going to lift it and start basting away until 120, 125, and you will thank me later. Let it rest 10 minutes. Go ahead and slice it up. Absolutely delicious. I am a huge fan of this cut. And then you're going to hit it with that truffle salt. Honey garlic injected pork butts. Let's go. The day before, you're going to inject them. And what you're going to do is do it in various spots. And all this is going to do is add some tremendous flavor deep within that pork butt. The next morning, you're going to get up. You're going to pull them out. Hit them with some pineapple tequila hot sauce. That's right. Absolutely delicious. That's going to be as a binder. It's going to get that seasoning to stick. Hit it with that honey barbecue at 250 all the way to 165, and look how incredible that bark is. Wrap it. Once you wrap it, you're going to put it back in at 250, ride it all the way to 203, pull it, let it rest for an hour to 2, maybe a little longer. And once it rests, you can go ahead and pull that bone out, shred that pork, and oh my goodness, look how good that is. That is amazing. I love it. And then you can do whatever you want. I decided to make some pork barbecue sandwiches right here. I mean, you can just be so creative. Do whatever you will. Let's go. I love it.